Exactly. All right, you've heard the noise. This is the issue. The blower wheel is rotating on the shaft. It is not spinning. So we're going to be using is a step drill bit. And what it does, it starts off smaller and the hole gets larger as it goes in. It works great. And it's going to allow you to remove the blower wheel if you're not able to remove it in one piece. In this case, I was not able to rotate the blower wheel clockwise to remove it because it was rotating on the shaft. That's the noise the customer was telling me about. So we're just drilling a bunch of holes until we're able to remove a portion of it, and then we're going to be going to step 2. Now, another way you could do that, you could use a hole saw, but it has to be deep enough to be able to go around the shaft, and then make sure the drill bit in the hole saw is not there. Otherwise, you could actually drill and damage the nut that's behind it. So it requires a little bit of work to get it off. It definitely can be done. Take your time and get it done. So we're almost done with this, and then we're going to be taking off the piece, the plastic piece that is left on. You could either use a Dremel, or you can use a thumb tack, or even a flat blade screwdriver, and just cut along the edge and get it off. Once that is off, you're going to be using a 16 millimeters socket. Now, the socket that I'm talking about is a 16 millimeter socket, and you're going to drive it onto the shaft. Once it is on, it's going to be a nice tight fit, and it will 140% get it off. Don't use the impact, just use a regular 1/2-inch drive ratchet, and of course you're going to need your adjustable tool to hold the shaft from moving, and it will 100% remove it. You're going to be turning again clockwise to remove, and it comes off. So 16-point socket hammered on, you're good to go. Alright, so we got half of it out, and we got to fight with this piece, but a lot easier to deal with this because now you can see how it's turning. Yeah. Totally turning on the shaft. Yeah. Not supposed to do that, so we can cut that off now. There it is. Yay. See, that's the noise you're hearing where it's rotating, slipping, and sliding. Oh, wow. So that piece is inserted, and instead of that piece just rotating like that, it was basically spinning in there. Yeah. Yeah. So now we got to get this piece off, and then we can spin this one on because it's threaded on, so that piece needs to be removed. There it is. Jeez. Do it with your family. All right, we're gonna clean this out a little bit, vacuum it, and then we're gonna put the new one on. All right, so the hard part is done. I wanted to show you the socket. That's a 16-point socket. It gets the job done, and of course you go clockwise to remove it. Now the symptoms on this, of course, is going to be the noise, also long dry time. The reason for that, your blower wheel is very important in rotation, as in bringing the heat and the hot air out of your dryer. When it's not turning, it's going to increase the temperature, the moistness, and the dryer will not work efficiently. So, very important. In fact, that can cause other issues with your dryer, as in thermostat and failure prematurely. Now, we're going to tighten this thing up. Now, just remember, each time the machine is rotating, that wheel is tightening. That's why they're so difficult to remove, because every time the drum is spinning, it's tightening up that blower wheel. So you just want to snug it. Don't go crazy, and that should be totally fine. Now, this repair was only to show you how to remove a stuck blower wheel and how to put it on. Enjoy the rest of the video. Nice and quiet machine.
Oh, it's very quiet.